Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday morning to you all. I wanted to come on and do a video this morning. I am having, child, what am I eating? Oatmeal with bananas. I'm having, this is peaches and cream oatmeal with some chopped up bananas. And of course, I'm having some tea. This is blueberry tea with also a green tea pack in it. So anyway, hope everyone had a wonderful night. Father, I thank you for the food, breakfast I'm about to receive in Jesus' name. That is good. Alright, so you see the title of the video. I hope my video don't cut off. The title of this video is the word capacity. Capacity. And this is going to help us in the year 2021. Well, I know one thing that's going to help me, and I pray that it help you all. There's just some things you're just going to have to realize and just have to move on. The word capacity. Let me tell you what the meaning of this word is. The meaning of the word capacity, it means the maximum amount that something can contain. And I'm getting ready to sneeze. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. It's the maximum amount that something can contain. Okay. If you see this cup here? This cup, the capacity of this cup is the amount in which it can contain liquid, okay? This is all this cup can contain is the size of the amount, the only liquid that this cup can contain is the size of the cup. It only has enough capacity to contain a certain amount of liquid because of the size, okay? And just like with this bowl has a certain capacity to contain only a certain amount. If I was continue to pour and pour and pour something in this bowl or keep pouring in this cup, guess what? It would run over. Why? Because it does not have the capacity. It does not have the space to contain, the volume to contain anything else. Guess what? Some people are like that. Some people are like that. A lot of times we live our lives trying to sort of fix other people. You know, we say, well, I don't understand why they keep making the same bad choices, or why is this person like this, or why did they do that? It's because they only have enough capacity to do what they're able to do. Listen to this. Capacity. It's another definition. The ability to use and understand information to what? To make a decision and communicate any decision made. A person lacks capacity in their mind if their mind is impaired or disturbed in some way, which means they're unable to make a decision at that time. Do you get that definition? You all can look it up. A person lacks capacity if their mind is impaired or disturbed in some way, which means they're unable to make a decision at that time. A lot of times we pull our hair out, honey, lose sleep, raise our blood pressure level, honey, stress out, trying to understand or fix someone else. And it's done in ignorance on our behalf because we just don't realize that that person does not have the capacity, does not have the space, does not have the understanding, cannot make a right decision at this time. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Some people in your life, I don't care whether it's your family, it could be your husband, it could be your children, it could be your best friend, it could be your co-worker, and you can't understand why this person continues to do whatever it is that they're doing. And I'm here to tell you why. Because they do not have the capacity, the space, the understanding, the mindset to make a decision or make the right decision at this present time. So the best thing for you and I to do when we come in contact with individuals like this, baby, the only thing you can do is get this understanding of the word capacity. And know that it is not just for a building. It's not just for a cup. Capacity also can be defined as a person having the lack of. So the best thing for us to do in 2021, baby, is to get the understanding of it. Realize what it is. Continue to pray for those individuals. And guess what? Move on. Move on. We are not the burden bearer. Do you understand me? Jesus is the burden bearer. He is. And he's the only one that can make what can I call it? Some people are going to need a divine intervention to get help for whatever they're going through. And we can help by what? Praying. Not worrying, not trying to fix it. Because let me tell you something. You can come up with all kind of solutions. You can come up with all kind of help. You can do this, that, and the other. And guess what? If the person lacks the capacity to make the right decisions, you are wasting your time. Wasting your time. Be free in 2021 from people. I don't care who they are. Don't worry, don't stress, and let me tell you something. Don't blame yourself. A lot of parents are faced with these type of issues, especially when it comes to our children. A lot of times if our children are going way out to the left, we just can't understand. We just don't know why. Guess what, baby? It's because they do not have the capacity or the understanding at this present time to make any better choice or decision. There was a time in my life I was making terrible decisions. I was making terrible choices in my life. Guess what? I didn't have the capacity. I didn't have the ability. Well, capacity and ability is a different thing. But I did not have the understanding at that time to make a better choice in my life. So let me tell you something. Let people run their course. You pray, because prayer is a powerful thing. God, give them the capacity. Give them the understanding. Prayer is powerful. God will act on our behalf. But guess what? God has a journey for every individual. Every individual has to take their own journey, has to take their own walk with God. You can't force it. You can't pressure it on them. I don't care how much you preach, baby. You can't pressure it. You can't force a journey that God has for each individual to take. Do you hear me? Be patient. Don't criticize. Be patient. Because I'm telling you, somebody prayed with me. And I had to take my walk, and still is taking my walk with God. Now I have a bigger capacity to understand things, to make right decisions. In times past, I didn't. And I know there was time when my parents were looking at me and saying, my God, who is this child? But look what the Lord has done. So whether you're in some difficult times with your spouse, with a friend, with a sister, a brother, a mama, a daddy, a child, whatever the situation is, just know that person does not have the capacity to make the right decision. Yeah, they done been to jail. Yeah, they done been in an accident. They almost lost their life. Yeah, they done been in this relationship, that relationship. They done lost this job, that job. And you wondering why. What is it going to take? It's going to take a divine intervention from God to give them the capacity to start making the right decision. You can't force no more in the cup than it can take, because it don't have the capacity to hold what you're trying to force in it. But there will come a day and a time when there will be more space available for that person to make the right decision. Right now they just can't. Because this is all that they can hold. All right? So baby, don't stress yourself out. You know, don't lose sleep. Don't blame yourself. You know, what's wrong? Baby, capacity. That's what's wrong. They just don't have the capacity to make the right decision. That's all it is. But let them take their walk with God. Let them continue to have their journey with the Lord. And I promise you, God will expand their understanding. He will increase their wisdom so that they will begin to have the capacity to do the right thing, to make the right choice. All right, so I just wanted to come on this Saturday morning and share that with you all. And you look up that word capacity, honey, and this is why. People just don't have it. What it say? A person lacks a capacity if their mind is impaired or disturbed. Some people are not in their right minds. Their mind is impaired. It is disturbed, which means they're unable to what? Make a good decision. What's got their minds impaired and disturbed? Don't know. I don't know. God knows. God knows. Why was the man out there in the graveyard cutting himself? The Bible said it was a lunatic. Why? Don't know. I don't know. I think the father said he didn't know either. He would have been like this as a child, I'm thinking. But Jesus knows. God knows. So I'm telling you, capacity plays a very important part in people's lives. You cannot force someone to make a better decision. You cannot force somebody to go to the right and stop going to the left. You can't do it. You are wasting your time. You're causing more gray hairs to come up on your head than need be. All right? Rest in this on today. Rest in this on today. Have peace in today. And say, you know what? Baby, they just ain't got the capacity right now to make a better decision. I don't care what they're doing. All right? And then you go into prayer. Go into prayer for them. Now, don't stop praying for them. And watch God change their mindset. God is able, all right? So just wanted to come on and share that with you all on this Saturday morning. All right? I love y'all so much, and hopefully I'll see you tonight at 7 for SMP Live. And I think tonight I'm going to share my 50 things with y'all that I've learned since I turned 50. I think that's what we're going to do on tonight. All right. Love you all so very much. And don't forget that word for this year, capacity. All right. Love you all. Toodles.